There we go. Bankers Cup Golf Invitational. If you haven't got your tickets yet, click the link right above us in the description. We'll throw it below too. But we got the Bankers Cup founder, Mr. Chris Went. What's going on, Chris?
Oh, same old, man. Living the dream. How about you?
You're doing great. And we got a Bankers Cup OG from the very beginning, Mr. Jeff Names. What's going on, Jeff?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I am fantastic. So, there's been a lot of talk between the real estate agents and the lenders on this one. There's some what you can say misconception about who wins last year, because I'm pretty sure the realtors win every year, but I don't know. Is that
No. I think lenders are up 2-0, right?
I was going to say, I think that depends on who you ask.
Right, so I mean it's 2-0, but like my gentlemen back here both did. We're waiting for you guys to go up 3-1 so we can have the Mount the Greatest come back in Cleveland history. just like the boys over here did, right? So
well played.
You guys win a couple, get your heads bigger than they probably already are, right? So then we can come in and swoop in the win.
So I'll tell you what, to your point, I think the Bankers Cup, the way it's structured now, is a lot like professional sports, specifically hockey, in the sense that what happens during the regular season, it doesn't really matter, because once you get to the playoffs, which in Bankers Cup is the shootout, that's where you really separate yourself and you win. You could golf the greatest game of your life during the tournament portion, only to make it to the shootout and crumble and lose everything for your respective team. We've seen that happen. We've seen that, we've seen things goes. Hey, talk about your experience with the Bankers Cup shootout, buddy.
Yeah, we made the shootout, but we didn't make it very far in the shootout.
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
Gosh, I don't remember exactly.
That was devastating for me to watch, by the way. I've got to be honest.
It was rough. There was a lot of pressure there, though. But I'm sure the lenders will prevail again this year. It'll be fine.
Well, I have to say, doing the 75 hard, I won't be drinking for the first part of this, but we did find out for the second part is going to be full game. So I'm super
You're
pumped.
clear.
So there might actually be some alcohol left at our tent during the first part of the Bankers Cup. Can't make any guarantees for the second half. No guarantees for the second half.
It's going to be fun. Who has the dates, by the way? Anybody want to rattle them off?
I'll do it.
Go ahead, Jeff.
The qualifier is July 27th.
Yeah.
And the tournament is August 31st.
These are 2 Mondays.
2 Mondays.
Yep.
We got the link open. It's already ready to go right above us. And the best part about this is, Chris, where does the money go?
All of the money for the Bankers Cup Golf Invitational will be sent to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing organization. They've been around for years and years and years doing great things for, the youth in Cleveland, in the inner cities. So what they do and what they do with the money is nothing short of amazing. I was able to do a tour of their facility the first year when I went and when we cut the check, and I was blown away. I can honestly say I had no idea what I was walking into and how seeing what I saw would impact me and just my overall outlook. So it was wonderful. So yeah, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland, they're amazing. Couldn't be happier to help support them. So
Jeff, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. What is your favorite Bankers Cup memory?
Oh wow. There's many to choose from.
Dude, don't talk about that thing that happened in the trees behind 15. That was creepy.
I gotta think that my favorite Bankers Cup memory has been all the stuff that went into doing the first one and getting the word out and trying to introduce what the concept was going to be. Just because it's so different than all the other ones.
Right.
And when I say all the other ones, I mean all the other golf that go on during the summer.
Right.
Like I remember Chris and we were making videos just to introduce ideas, and it helped me to get out of my comfort zone.
Where are these videos?
They're on Facebook.
they're out there at the Bankers Cup webpage. Man, we had some funny ones too. Most of them were so stupid. We went in just saying, "Hey, let's just have some fun and let people poke fun at us." So it was a good time. I think you're absolutely spot on.
The first video that I did was I was downtown with a buddy of mine in February 2017 or something, and I was at that bar where they have a indoor putt-putt course or something, and I just told my friend, "Here, give me a video of me doing a putt thing, and I'm just like, that's how you do the Bankers Cup. And it, putt went in and everything. And then the next day it was like 28 degrees out or something. And I'm wearing shorts and a shirt and everything, and I'm hitting at the driving range. So cold, but it was a dry cold. As Chris
it was a dry cold.
It was a dry cold. But I think those are that was really fun for me because it was something that we were just trying to see if we could get attention and get some traction on this, and that was just fun. Trying to create content. Now we do this all the time now, but we're just trying to content to entertain people, make it interesting for folks. And this is now it's just taking a life of its own, and it's raising a ton of money. It's just something fun to do with all of our friends and help grow each other's brands and businesses. It's just fun.
Right, and like you said, it's really taken on a life of its own. Even from I've been in it this last year, and just seeing how this is taking off, seeing how the hockey one's taking off. We're coming back to the golf. It's really like the Bankers Cup is becoming a household name. So Chris, tell me this. For the people who don't know what's different about the Bankers Cup Golf Invitational, kind of break it down about what makes this event so special, so unique.
Sure. Going in, that's exactly what, we wanted to achieve, was just different. And there's nothing wrong with the industry golf events that are currently out there. My biggest problem was that they were all the same, and it's really tough within any industry to structure, any sort of a golf event outside of that, the 4-man scramble format.
Right.
Because it's just tough to figure out how to get things done. So going in, my thought was, I just finished up a run of golf with a couple of clients over at Fox Meadow, and the President's Cup was on, and it's one of my favorite tournaments. And anybody that doesn't know that, the President's Cup, the format is you're playing with teams and playing matches, right? 2-man teams, 2-man best ball. And I was thinking to myself, like, why the hell can't we figure out a way to do this within our industry? And I had a few people say, hey, that's stupid. We can't do this because it's not possible. And that was all I needed to hear. So I went in and did it.
All you needed to hear is that you can't do it, Chris. So that's
bingo. Watch me.
Right.
Watch me. So the concept is very simple. Number one, not anybody and everybody can come in this thing and register, right? I wanted to set up something that really drew the top 2 rungs of our industry together. In this case, lenders, real estate agents, right? And we play a 2-man best ball format versus a 4-man scramble, right? So 2-man best ball, meaning everybody plays their own ball, and then of the 2-man team, you guys take the best score and record that one.
Right. So
it just that in and of itself really made this thing unique and different, and more tournament style like, right?
Right.
B, you're not playing 18 holes with the same group, year in and year out. We play matches, and the matches are set up on a point system like any other like country club style invitational. So you win 1 point for winning a hole. You win 1 point for winning a match. So there's 10 points total on the line. And then those points that you win are put in either the agent or the lending pool. And then we tally up the points at the end to see, ultimately who's going to win. At least that was year one. Now we take the top 3 point producers on both sides, and we have them, top 3 teams on both sides, going to a shootout, which everybody can come out to and watch.
Man, the shootout, you nailed this format, right? As everybody out there, you have everyone crowding around the hole. I've never seen people actually chant at a golf event before. It was. We were getting into it this last year. It
was hilarious.
Yeah, the shootout. You have people riding around, going back to get the drinks, come back. It was fantastic.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it was something that Jeff and I had experienced at Fox Meadow during the interclub tournaments.
Okay. Yeah.
And so the thought was, man, if we could pull this off within our industry, how cool would it be to have all of the golfers, grab their carts, circle around the greens, line the fairways, and watch, the final 6 teams try to duke it out for who's going to win. So
the amount of pressure that puts on you.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing you can get to being like in a professional tournament. It's awesome.
And Jeff, so I think you can recall quite vividly how that shootout works with the format, because there are two teams, one on each side, that gets eliminated every hole, which I'm pretty sure happened early on for
Yeah,
you
for us
and
it
your partner.
happened. It did happen early for us. However, this next year, I know he's been working on his game. He's got some new equipment and he's practicing.
Oh, thanks,
I'm sure
Jeff.
he's
You know, I have been working hard.
We did have to. I think we're shifting teams around a little bit for,
Okay.
between he and my buddy Jim. But his game's strong.
Yeah.
Ish.
He had a bad shot. It wasn't his best moment, but that's okay.
Yeah, and here's
And
what
I'll tell you what, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have even made it to the playoff.
you know, most people, like you said, Chris, you know, you're going to each new hole a lot. A lot of people frequented hole one. I don't know if it's because we had the shots or they just wanted to see me. I like to say it's me, but I think it's because we had a lot of different shot choices at hole one last year. So
I'll tell you what, man. I remember hanging out. Actually, I take that back. I was told that I was hanging out at hole number one quite often, and yet I do not remember being there. So that's my
exactly what hole number one will do to you. Is on.
man. Hole number 1 and 15. Man, those two are doozies. I mean, you walk in and you leave not feeling like the same person. That's for sure.
Well, and this year, guys, just keep in mind, I'm going to be doing the 75-hour challenge. So the first time around, all the alcohol is going to you guys. I won't even be drinking any. So it's going to be a good time at hole one. We're going to have plenty for everybody, plenty to go around. And I think that's part of the Bankers Cup experience. It's an experience, right? It's
It is
not
an experience.
where you go to the event, you have a good time, you take off. The golf, like the Bankers Cup Invitational, whole experience that unless you're there, you can't even put it into words, right?
Actually, didn't last year a couple people bring party buses as their mode of transportation to the Bankers Cup?
I want to say there was definitely a little sake taken on one of the party buses.
That's fiscally responsible.
That was hysterical, and I could be
There were
wrong, but
party
Nick,
buses. We can confirm that there were party buses brought.
didn't you walk off of one of those buses, Nick, when they pulled in?
I walked onto one. I'll tell you that after the fact with a little drink in my hand too. We had a good time at the Bankers Cup Invitation.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, if this doesn't say a lot, not much will. We had agents flying in from out of state to golf in this thing, which was really, really cool to see. And I mean, it blew my mind. I had so many agents because Bankers Cup will evolve. Bankers Cup will evolve year by year. We're not going to knock the ball out of the park on every level. So, what I've done, after year one and after year two, and Nick, this, so you, Jeff, is we'll ask people what went right, what didn't you like, how can we tweak it? The shootout was something that was added last year simply because we all thought it would be hilarious,
right?
And it was.
Yeah.
This year we're toying around with the idea of allowing title or other industry sponsors to golf, providing that they golf with either a lender or an agent, or maybe we can just use them as subs. But I think what has to happen is they have to be a sponsor in order to unlock,
I think that's a great idea. We've learned a lot over the last couple of years, and everybody, the entire industry, we all have different things that we all specialize in, and it's because you can have a team of two people, as long as the idea has to be lenders versus agents, because that just makes
all day
sense.
long.
But there's so many other industry people who are so important to everybody that want to be involved, and what better way than to kind of open it up like that? That's a great idea.
And I'll tell you what, again, when we were talking about what makes the Bankers Cup different and whatnot, is one of the things that I've heard people talk about throughout the years is that at some of these other bigger industry outings, within our community, a lot of the right people aren't showing up, right? I mean, it gets jam-packed with affiliates like myself, Well, I can tell you from it's true. I mean, this is a knock on me. It doesn't work when the agents and the lenders do not, make up, the majority of the field, because then people like me have no reason to be there, when it comes, and title agencies and mortgage insurance, home inspectors, whatever the case may be. We want to talk to you guys, Nick, you as the agent, Jeff, you as the lender, and if lenders and agents make up 10% of the field, and affiliates like myself make up 90. Guess what? I'm not getting any business from my competitors. That's a fact.
And on top of that, too, if I'm an agent there, I'm getting talked to by 90% of the people there, and I'm just like, I'm here to golf, guys. Like, I'm here.
So we wanted to, by putting something in place that is strictly lenders versus agents golfing against one another,
right.
And we had a lot of people, right? We had 84 agents and lenders last year.
Yeah.
That is why that makes it then advantageous for the sponsors. You know what I mean? And that's who I was hearing, all the griping was from the sponsors of these tournaments. They're like, yeah, we're sponsoring these things and getting in front of ourselves, basically.
Right.
So, and again, nothing against any industry outing because they're all freaking huge and amazing, and I go to all of them because I like supporting them. But this is different in that sense. We've got the target audience that we all like to go after, and it's wonderful.
I love it.
So.
I love it, guys. So we'll be seeing you here at the Bankers Cup Invitational this year. Click the link right above us to figure out how you can get registered and join us at the Bankers Cup Invitational. Guys, you have any closing remarks?
How much is it per team?
Oh.
I know the answer. I'm just wondering if you do, Jeff.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know where the after party is, but I don't know how much it is.
After party at Jeff's house. He lives right off of hole number 18.
All right, hole number 19, Jeff's house.
Bingo. So the Bankers Cup is, again, 2-man teams. It's $400 per team for the entire event. And again, this is a 2-day event. The dates are, Jeff names?
July 27th.
Oh, no, not June.
July 27th and August 31st.
July 27th and August 31st. The $400 team buy-in gets you into both. And, again, it's a great time. We do handicap it, so don't think that you have to be a very, very good scratch golfer to compete in this thing. You're going to go up against golfers that are of a similar skill, so you're going to have a lot of fun. We level the playing field. We're good at what we're good at what we do. We've tested it. It works. So rock on. Let's make it happen.
All right, Bankers Cup Invitational. Click the link right above us. Jeff, thank you for joining us. Chris, as always, thank you, and we'll see everybody there.
See you guys.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.